I'm gonna fix up my propagation shelf. I've got everything I'm gonna need. Over here are a bunch of plants from the propagation shelf. I've still got probably maybe 3 or 4 more of these. There were some guys like this, the Philodendron Mayoi, and their roots just weren't looking fantastic. That was because there was no water in the jars. We're just gonna go through and clean everything. There's a whole bunch of dead stuff going on in here. It's just a job that I've been putting off for far too long. So I have skizzers. These are my ASMR scissors. Isopropyl alcohol, just to spray these down. I have a little squeezer. And in here I have hydrogen peroxide. This is 50% hydrogen peroxide, by the way. It's really, really strong. So it's only right, I'm only gonna use like a drop or 2 in each of the jars. Over here I have a bunch of glass jars. They are in the cupboard, down here. What we're gonna end up doing is maybe transferring all the plants into new glasses, into new glass jars, giving them some fresh water, and then also, you know, a little touch of hydrogen peroxide. Anything that's not healthy, anything that's looking a bit dead is gonna go in here. I'm already anticipating that this is going to be a real difficult one to edit, because I'm already thinking there's gonna be a lot of chopping that's gonna happen in here. So we'll leave that there. Now here's a fun one. I did this the other day. Dieffenbachia, the dumb cane. All right, this is gonna be a bit grim. Let's go. First up, should also mention I should be wearing gloves because I'm working with hydrogen peroxide, but I just don't know where the gloves are. So I'm just gonna be real careful not to get my hands on the 50% hydrogen peroxide. These are going really great. In fact, I would say they're probably almost ready for a pot. There's a little bit of rot, but that's more because some of these roots have been out of the water for a while and we got a little dead guy in there. Can you see him? So we'll get rid of that. Let's have a look at this one over here. We've got some dead roots, so I'll just pull those off, put them in there. That's all mostly looking pretty great. We're pretty happy with that. Do I have another one of these? I don't, so I'm just gonna clean this. This might be a good time to mention that I have a Patreon. Now I'm pretty bad with self-promotion. I haven't done much self-promotion and I'm pretty bad at getting into that whole thing. Nowhere near as good as some other people, but I've noticed that on all these YouTube videos, I don't mention anything about any of the other things that I'm doing. So now's the time. The Patreon is in my link tree, which you will most likely find in the bio of all my social medias. So if you want to go and check it out, head to the bio, find that link, you can click it, go and check it out. There's heaps of free stuff there for you. Even if you don't want to become a patron. There's like, I'm gonna make sure that there's gonna be some free stuff for everyone that wants to check it out. So if you feel so inclined, go and check out the link in the description. It'll take you to my Patreon. You can go and get amongst that if you wish. Like I said, there's gonna be some free content up there and I'm always gonna be putting new available free content as much as I possibly can. But if you wanna support me, you totally can by becoming a Patreon member. I mean, I'd love to have you there. While we're talking about it, like, subscribe. Would love to have you on board. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you know how it is. Anyway, done. Floridas. Nice and healthy. They're gonna bounce back. We'll come back to those and we'll repot these once the weather warms up. This is grim. Adansonii, there's a reason they're dry, because they're dry. This is a terrible move by me. So a lot of the roots and plants are actually dying off because they don't have any water. Whose fault's that? Definitely mine. I mean, it's not all bad. I'm just gonna get rid of the dead roots. That looks good. We can work with that one. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this is a Philodendron Tripartitum. Look, it's not, ooh. I was about to say, it's not looking that bad. We've got some dead squishy stuff down the bottom there. That one's good, that one's bad. It's all looking not too bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not incredible. There's some dead stuff here and there for sure. But I'm gonna wash all this off. We're gonna wash this and bring it back to health. Cool, there we go. Some extra clean water. You don't want to put too much hydrogen peroxide in because you're at risk of burning the plants. We don't want to do that, especially new leaves. Tiny little jar for these guys. A drop of hydro peroxide. Philodendron Tripartitum. That looks like it's a radiatum, but for now, let's have a look at these horse heads. Ooh, that's over. I'm not sure what's going on here. That needs to come off. There's a little one. This bigger one's got this interesting bit of growth that's just popping out. Yet to be developed. I think it probably just needs some fresh water. 3 drops of water, hydrogen peroxide. Put all these back in, great. All right, not bad. Snake plants, Sansevierii. Dry. Could be going better, would be going better. Let's clean this up. There's just a little bit of water. One of those. Do we have another one? And wish for the best. I have had luck propagating snake plants like this. I need to do it more often, and now I think I'll have more time to care about them. There you go, Sansevierii. What else we got? Here's an interesting one. I don't know what this one's called. It was gifted to me. It's a succulent. Someone else can tell me what it is. I've fried the roots again. I'll clean this out, top it up with water. Godspeed, little plant, whatever you are. I'm sorry you're neglected, but you seem to be doing just fine, honestly. Whatever that is, I think it's gonna be good. Speaking of no water, I think this is a Philodendron Lacerum, one of my favorites. No, Radiatum, Philodendron Radiatum. These roots aren't looking good. No, they are not. I'd really like this to go well. Much smaller jar. 1. Radiatum, fingers crossed. I don't know, but it's over. Big Hederaceum, they can go up the back here. Little one. Oh, dry. Yep, honestly, if I'm not gonna take good care of them, why do I even have them? Philodendron Hederaceums. Let me wash this off. These roots have only just started growing recently. I've been waiting for this particular plant to throw some roots for so long. It's gonna work. For some of these other tiny little cuttings, let's just hope they do well. Right, let's get through some of these others. What's going on in here? I should really be doing these in soil props. They just always work out better in soil props for me. What's going on in here? Anything worthwhile? It's a lot of death. There is some good stuff in there for sure. That's over. And there's a dead sticky bit in there. Yeah, dead stuff. Look at all these roots. Look at all this potential that's going nowhere. They've just been left for too long and some of the roots are just rotting. Frustrating, but pal, this is what you asked for. Could definitely give some of these a good home very soon. Last one, let's get these out. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of dead stuff, but not a whole bunch. All right, we're pretty much done with these Hederaceums. I just need to find somewhere comfortable for these little guys to go. Maybe in this one. And 3 Philodendron Hederaceums. 3 drops there, 2 drops, 2 drops. It's getting pretty busy down there in the gross bucket. Throw those to the side. These prop shelves are gonna look a bit bare. See, they're not too bad. Pepperomia Obtusifolia, roots in there going all right. Let's top them up with water and give them a touch of hydro. So these prop shelves are gonna be a little bit empty because I'm consolidating so much. But that's okay. We're at the Micans end now. Philodendron Micans. There's some good stuff and then there's some not so good stuff. Hey, look at that. There's a Lacerum. I forgot about this little guy. Let's do that first. Not looking too bad. Let's see what's going on with these roots. Rot. Heaps of rot. Good one. What a terrible time. Pretty much all these roots rot. There's one good, long, happy, healthy root left. That looks pretty good. Should have actually put it back in with the other Lacerum, but Radiatum. God, Radiatum. I just don't know where that other Radiatum went. 1. This should be good. Let's get into these Micans. Just gonna get rid of all the dead stuff. It's kind of at the point where you just don't know what to get rid of. You kind of almost just want to put it in a pot, plant it, and just wish it all the best. And whatever lasts, lasts, and whatever doesn't, doesn't. You know what I mean? Let's check this one out. Here's a big dead one there. They're just so delicate as well. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in there for sure. So let's see if we can make a place to make it all fit. Let's get some of these ones out. They're not going well, and these two could survive. It's just frustrating and tricky with these because the roots are so small and delicate. Again, this definitely would have been a soil prop. Like way better if I did these props in soil. But hey, we're here. Consolidated like 4 or 5 jars into one jar, you know what I mean? So there's gonna be a lot more room on the prop shelf now. And as great as that looks, it's just been so cold here and a lot of the plants don't do well in the cold. Here's something that's fun, spider plants. They're doing perfectly fine. I'm just gonna wash that out. And throw those in. And then throw these in. 1 drop of hydrogen peroxide, just for the good stuff. Done. Hey, look, that's the first batch. I'm gonna need to get all of these, clean up these jars. Oh man, this is always so messy. This wouldn't be this messy if it was a fish tank. I'm trying to sell myself on the idea. Let's put them all back, put them on the shelf. Come on. Good. Cool. Here's a little jar that we had a moment ago. I think that's gonna come in handy for this. Cebu blue. Cebu blue that had the tiniest little bit of liquid in the bottom of it. Roots seem to be okay. Wash these off and they can all go in this healthy new glass jar with hydroperoxide. We're happy about those. Raphidophora Tetrasperma. It's looking a bit gross and dirty down in there. We'll get rid of some of that dead stuff. Roots looking pretty good. There's a little bit of dead stuff there, but that's all right. They're actually not too bad. Hit them with some water. A couple of drops of hydroperoxide. Raphidophora Tetrasperma, happy. We got some NJoy Pothos over here. Let's have a look at them. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, okay, so a lot of dead stuff. These usually take off quite well, possibly not this time around. Really not looking that healthy. That's all right. I'm gonna wash these off. This isn't gonna be pretty. This is gonna be very ugly. This bunch seemed to be okay. So again, put those in there. A couple of drops of hydroperoxide. 1, 2. Fingers crossed for the NJoys. I don't know what that is. I think it might be a fuzzy petiole philodendron, but it's gross in there, so we're gonna get rid of that. Here is a Jennifer Hoya. That's dead. And I'm pretty sure that's dead. This one doesn't want to die just yet, so we're gonna keep it alive. Keep it submerged just a little bit. I believe this is an Incrusala. Now that's okay in there, but they definitely need a drink. Cool, I've just given it some fresh water. 1, 2. What's this one? This is a Jennifer. I should consolidate them. All Jennifers in the same pot. Thank you very much. We got one more Hoya. Very dry. No water in there. So let's top it up. Sometimes when you let the roots dry up, when you let all the water dry up, sometimes the roots won't be able to recover. They'll be suffering from something called dry rot, which is basically like wet rot is when your plants are too wet. You know, you get root rot, dry rot, roots start to fall apart. So that can happen too. Dry rot, wet rot. Anyway, they're the Hoyas, done. These are Philodendron Dark Knights or Philodendron Cardinals. Gross. That's over. That's dead. This one's hanging on though. Same with this one, hanging on. This, dead. Oof, grim. I'm just gonna wash these off. I've had a lot of problems with these plants. And of course, 1, 2, happy. All right, what else we got? Adansonii. Oof, like that's over. I can almost just throw that into anything else. So I think I might. Let's put it in there with those cardinals. Got a spider plant here. Got a pothos. I think we should check out this Pothos because there is a lot going on in here. You! Oof. Yeah, a lot of rot. He's grim in there. I'm actually going to disinfect the plant as well as the skizzers. Heaps of rot in that one. We're getting low on jars, but that's all right. And a couple of drops of hydroperoxide. Great. Let's wish for the best. Spider plants. Now we've got a little bit of dead stuff here and there, but they're just mostly leaves, so that's okay. Let's get rid of those. Cool, nice and clean. Still got the label on it, that's all right. We'll just use that one. I'm not gonna hit that down with hydrogen peroxide because it's all just so clean and healthy, so I think that one's gonna be fine. I'll probably need to repot that soon anyway. So let's leave that one as is. Some of my favorites, Neon Pothos. Really had a hard time with some of these Neon Pothos. But look, most of them are doing just fine. So, you know, they're doing just fine. These are also pretty good, although we've got a couple of funky bits there to get rid of. I'm just gonna wash all these roots off and squeeze them all into this one jar. Again, these are pretty good. These might be up for a potting very soon. Give it some fresh water, just like that. And then a couple of drops of hydroperoxide. Give it a bit of swish around. These are Philodendron Brasils. This is another plant I wish I put straight into soil. Future Philodendron Brasils, I think I'll be doing soil props. Why would you be doing soil props? Oh, simple. That. Dead. I've had more failure with water props than I have success with these. Some of it's going to be coming from because everything's so cold, and some of them I've just found some of these philodendrons, they just do better in dirt props. Could be the mother plant as well. You got to remember that if the mother plant isn't strong and healthy, your cuttings are going to suffer. That's not looking so bad. I'm just cutting off the dead stuff on the bottoms because that's going to muddy up the water, make the water very murky, and they're all bendy and soft. It's best to get rid of all of that stuff. But I think that's a lot of the problem, is that the ends of these plants will rot if you have them in water. Maybe soil props is the way to go. All of those can fit in there. Ooh, it's a mess. Great. Let's fill them up with water. Wow, this is a real messy workstation. 1, 2, 3, that'll do. Cool, Brasils. I'm gonna have a serious cleaning party later on. Philo ghosts, Florida ghosts. The ends are all fine. We've got some roots growing. That's actually not all that bad. I'm just gonna wash this out and put them back in. Florida ghosts. We are drawing close to the end. Here's a tiny little baby Philodendron pink princess. We've got some roots going on there. So I'm just gonna top it up a bit. Drop of hydroperoxide. I think that's gonna be okay. Let's get to these two. Okay, so these are Philodendron Emerald Reds or Philodendron Red Wings. Can never remember. To be honest, I don't actually know. We've got a bit of dead stuff here and there, but everything's pretty clean. Good jars. Here's some bolognese sauce, or a bolognese sauce jar. Let's see if I can fit them all in. Might be a bit of a tight squeeze. Probably not going to be able to get these in, unless we put them all in there. All right, I think this is going to be okay. Definitely going to have to get to some of these propagations when the weather warms up. That's going to be okay, but I'm going to have to hit it down with a fair bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Emerald Red Wing or Emerald Reds. Pothos. Not anymore. Oof. Grim. There's so many glass jars all over the place. Hederaceums. Gross. Let's wash these roots off. Oh yeah, let's just put them in here. That should be okay. 1, 2. Right, we're getting close to the end. Here is Florida Ghost, I believe. It's doing fine, but it could just use top up of water. 2 drops of hydroperoxide. I'm really not being consistent with how much hydroperoxide I'm giving all these plants, am I? These are, believe it or not, Syngonium fantasies that have reverted. And look, there's nothing wrong with them. Everything's pretty healthy in there. I'm just gonna change the water. And then 1, 2, 3. Great. That's the second round. Look at all that. I'm gonna load all this stuff up and put it back on the shelf. And I think we've only got like one more round of props that we need to have a look at. Let's put this back on the shelf. Oh, please don't break. Cool. Seeing as these are the last ones, I'm just gonna go through them one by one. Oh yeah, a little bit of dead stuff, that's all right. Let's fish it out. Just fresh water. Drop of hydro. These ones too, happy, healthy. 2 drops of hydro with some fresh water. I think that'll be good. This one too, happy, healthy. 2 drops of hydro. Ooh, there's a little bit of dead stuff in there, but that's all right. Let's get rid of those. I've had really good luck with these Scindapsus. I really like the Scindapsus roots. They're usually quite thick and strong once they get growing. 1, 2, cool. Okay, there's this one here. And then we've got some dark roots and all that dark stuff's gonna fall right off. Clear water, 2. Healthy roots. Great. Hey, last one. And there's a bit of gooey stuff down there that I can just chop off like that. Cool. I'm just gonna hit it up with some extra water and a couple of drops of hydrogen peroxide. I think that's us. Oh wait. Last one is this silver sword. That is actually doing just fine. It's a bit murky down there, but I'm not seeing any major problems. So I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Let me pack everything up. We've got 43 glass jars to clean. Also, look at all of that. Gross. I'm also gonna clean that up. Hey look, that's me. Thanks, Legends. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, Linktree, Patreon, all the social media places, like, subscribe, and hopefully very soon, if not already, there will be a Shopify store available with a couple of little goodies for you guys to buy if you want to buy them. Thanks, see ya.